In the early days of Magic, when my brother and I were just kids, we first picked up the game, talking about circa 1994, 95, there was a hero that rose. It was a Banalish hero. And it was part of a deck called White Weenies. That's right, welcome to the Attic Mana Dad here. This is the channel where we play What is Good in Magic, and today, What is Good in Magic is a trip down memory lane. Gonna play some White Weenies. We're gonna find out if White Weenies can be competitive in Timeless. It actually seems like it could be possible. Stick around to the very end. I'm gonna show you the real win rate of the deck, not just the games I was able to fit into the video. So, okay. White Weenies that's actually what we called it. I swear. Get another boomer Magic player around to confirm, but that is really what it is. And the idea was you play a bunch of small creatures. You play some Swords to Plowshares for removal. Small creatures like, well, we didn't have Hopeful Initiate. None of the small creatures have really survived, although Isumaru, Hound of Konda, does go back a ways. It's just a 2/2 for 1 mana. Like, we would play Savannah Lions. It was a 2/1 for 1 mana. That was a good creature. That was a rare. And then you'd play Crusade, now a banned card in Magic. I wish they would reprint a functional reprint, because Flowering the White Tree is legendary, so I don't really want to run more than one. It's just going to get stuck in our hand if we do. We do have Banalish Marshal, which was for 1 more mana. We're going to get a creature plus the Anthem effect. Anyways, let's go through the deck. Deck list will be in the description. As I said, stick around to the end for the win rate. We're going to be able to protect our creatures with Brave the Elements, Giver of Runes. I don't have a lot of wild cards right now. I got 0 rares and 1 mythic. Giver of Runes, I had one of, fun of. So that's what we're running. I think you probably would run more if you could. Hopeful Initiate. For these guys, we don't have a lot that buffs it up. Skyclave can buff it up. Banalish Marshal can buff it up. Inquisitor Captain can buff it up. Of course, when you... it has training, so when you attack with a creature of greater power, it's going to get buffed up, which is nice. And then the Destroy Target Artifact or Enchantment for 3 mana could be relevant. Works nicely with Luminarch Aspirant. Of course, Luminarch Aspirant, it's pretty iffy playing it in a format where basically every deck is running Orcish Bowmasters. So we're going to try that out, though. Another card you might not know, because it's kind of an alchemy card, is Patriarch's Humiliation. But this is the Swords to Plowshares on Arena. When you don't have Swords to Plowshares, target creature perpetually loses all abilities. Okay, so baseline, you can just make their creature vanilla, which in this format is pretty good. There's a lot of things you just want to vanilla-ize. And it deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control. I think you'll see, we're going to be flooding the board with lots of creatures, so Patriarch's Humiliation is a kill spell in a lot of cases. Portable Hole also just deals with most of the early creatures, and it's a non-land permanent, so it can deal with stuff that's not a creature, but we want some instant speed answers to Ragavan with Patriarch's Humiliation, Swords to Plowshares. We do have 1 Mana Tithe. Let's see, if we Mana Tithe somebody, we might have to start a little Mana Tithe counter and see how we do. Thraben Inspector, 1/2. I noticed Hopeful Initiate is a 1/2. Giver of Runes is a 1/2. Thraben Inspector is a 1/2. Trying to play around Bowmasters as much as we can. Still good. Comes down, makes a clue. Clue will help us draw cards, although that doesn't play around Bowmaster, because Bowmaster will punish us for drawing the extra card. 1 Archivist of Ogma. So this is 2/2 flash. Whenever an opponent searches their library, you gain a life and draw a card. I like that. I think that's probably actually really good in this format. I only have 1 of them, but hopefully we get to play it, get to see it in action. We talked about Luminarch Aspirant. Resolute Reinforcements. This is just 2 mana, make 2 1/1s, help our board go wide. It is a flash thing, so we can kind of hold it up with Swords to Plowshares or Patriarchs or even Mana Tithe for that stuff. 4 Skyclaves. Again, removal plus a body. Even if they remove the Skyclave, what they get is coming back as a vanilla spirit, so they're good. Non-token permanent is not coming back. They're not getting their Oko back, all right? They get 3/3, but they're not getting their Oko back. Banalish Marshal, we talked about. I'm only running 2 of these. It's pretty easy to remove. Hitting the triple white pips is actually kind of dicey with this mana base of 16 planes and 4 Mutavault, but we'll see. Another one that is, if you're not familiar with Alchemy, Inquisitor Captain. It's sort of like Collected Company. It's a 3/3 Vigilance. And it's going to come in if there are 20 or more creature cards with mana value 3 or less among cards in graveyard, hand, and library, which there should be. We're pretty heavy on the creatures. We're going to seek 2 creature cards with mana value 3 or less. We put one of them onto the battlefield, and then we shuffle the other into the library. So 3/3 for 4 mana that brings a friend of our choice from among the cards that get sought. Past tense of seek is sought. Seek is just like it's like if you just flipped over cards in your library till you hit a creature. That's all seek is. It doesn't have to be an alchemy thing. Although counting the amount of creatures in your graveyard, hand, and library, I'm glad that's digital only. I don't want to play that in paper. Okay, so that is the Weenies. Take a look at the subs right now. We're at 820 subs. Wow, we've been growing so fast. There's still a little bit of room in the top 1,000. Super shout out to everyone who has joined the elite top 1,000, hoping to get to 1,000 and never have to ask for subs again. That's my goal. And also the giveaway goal, I should mention, if it's your first time here, we gave away cards when we got to 500 subs. We're going to give away again when we get to 1,000. The 500 sub giveaway, somebody opened a Jeweled Lotus, so that was pretty awesome. Like, I think it was a full border Jeweled Lotus even. So, yeah, subscribe and be around for when that happens, which could very well be soon at the rate we're going. All right, let's deck list in the description. Stick around to the very end to find out the win rate. And we'll discuss also what worked and what didn't about this deck. Maybe a lot will have worked, maybe very little. It's White Weenies. Okay, now let's go to the matches. White Weenies going against All Sense to play this on the ladder. Up against Drew EQ. What an EQ you are, Drew. I said I had a text and then there's no text there. That ever happened to you? Drew EQ. Yeah, I'll keep this. Drew's dragon flies in. The swamp lands on the battlefield. We get duressed. Their only target is the portable hole. So sadly, they get to take that. But so it goes. It is the black-white deck, looks like. Acquisition Expert. We will discard what? What would I even discard here? Guess the Thraben Inspector? You can get me another card later in the game, though. We called our bluff on that. Alright. Let's just play some Resolute Reinforcements. Spirant. Go to combat. Guess we'll make this get in. One's got a Bowmasters, maybe? Wow. They do. Our Aspirant is toast. They didn't play anything. They will get our Skyclave Apparition. That's too bad. But opponent being choked on mana means this is our game to lose now. Let's zap that Acquisitions Expert. They've got something they can play for mana. Fatal Push. Throw the Initiate. We go to 11. I suppose we'll play around Bowmasters here. cracking the clue now. It's just a plains. I think we'll keep this as Thoughtseize bait. The opponent seems to be on the hand disruption plan. And I guess they were relying on the hand disruption plan to win, because they didn't really play any threats. Playing some white Weenies. Let's see how this goes. Let's out the deck with Monastery Schwiftspeer. Do a Thrabs. Thrabsy. Eating it. The burn deck's hitting hard. Do a hopeful initiate. I think that will entice them to play some more burn. Epicure. That's fine. Line up the stage. Yeah, they hit. They do not hit a mana. Oh, but they had a mana. Okay. So the skewer is going face. So I guess we'll just let you gain some life. Not hit a land. That makes things a little harder. Gotta hold up Brave the Elements here. We'd be pretty sure Sacred Fire is coming at one of these guys. Discard a Sacred Fire. Light up the stage again. Huh. Well, go to my turn, I suppose. New Vault is great. Hopeful Initiate. I think I can safely send in. Is there Thravis Inspecticus or Sir Hopeful Initiaticus? DiMaggio. Hopefully they don't play anything we want to brave the elements on, otherwise... Ooh, skew the critics. 3 mana. Brave the Elements. Hasn't been super helpful to have it. No. Let's do back 2 blockers. Why they're holding so much back in their hand here. Flames is the firstborn. Red. Let's try and hurt my creatures this turn. Draw a card. Hellish Marshal would be great if we hit a plains. We do hit a plains. Interesting. This leaves us a bit vulnerable. That's going to be a big attack here. Did they hold back a lightning bolt is my question. Leave back one initiate. Ah, they did hold back a lightning bolt. Son of a gun. Okay. Lights up the stage. Man, how many of those have they drawn? Number 3? They've got the lightning strike. I think at this point, let's just draw a card, see what we hit. I'd love to grow these hopeful initiates. Okay. Lightning strike face. Alright, well they're just like one white mana away from killing us here. Regavine. No, you do not make a treasure. You do not pass go. You do not collect the money. All attack. That's not going to be lethal, so we can hold back. Lose one creature. Yeah, beautiful. Let's make that mission bigger. Maybe we were close to lethal. Alright. We're going to squeeze this one out. We are! Good game. Weenies. Weenies. Playing white weenies! Hey, we got flowering of the white tree. I like to see that. Gigantha. Could be a zoo deck. Could just be a burn deck that likes Gigantha. Instead of lures. Thrabsy. Treiben Sie Deutsch, baby. Friggin' cool. Shocked. Deathrite Shaman. Let's go with Hopeful Initiate here. That's the turn. Trying to decide whether they want to spend a burn spell on one of our creatures. They don't care to. Let's flower the white tree. Now they might go for the burn spell. Cracks the wooded foothills. Gets Stevens shocked. Stubborn denial. Okay. Oh wait, we could have could have paid for that. Oops.
From the end zone, he punts it. Oh my goodness, this could be the longest punt in Super Bowl history.
I don't think I've been that excited for a punt. What a punt.
Okay. Well, we forced them to use both of them. Corrects the windswept heath. Get something with black and white, maybe? Yeah. Prize Gigantha is actually a good sign for us. Skyclave Appetizer. Huh. Well, that's not going to be able to hit Gigantha. So let's just play that. Get one of these Shaman off the board. Take them down to 11. We need to get... Oh, I guess we used up our Patriarch's nomination. That's actually a problem. Maybe we were supposed to save that Skyclave for another creature. See if we can draw something. Bowmasters. Okay. Well, we can't kill any of our creatures. Or can they? Bring up the Initiate. I mean, if they've got a lightning bolt or something, they can stop it, but these guys can't, they can't block any of these guys because they have protection from black. We got that going for us, which is nice. Bolt the Skyclave. They get a 1/1. The 1/1 can chump block something if they really want to. Opponent may not know how protection works. They seem to be taking their time here. Opponent throwing all the rares at us. We'll take 3. Probably a mistake to attack with Death right there, unless they have a use for their... Another lightning bolt. Ugh. Inquisitor Captain, we don't have the mana for at the moment. Get the Bowmasters out of the way. And... That's the turn. Do we trade 1 damage for 2 damage? Possibly. Maybe it'll entice them to attack with the Deathrite again. I think they're holding up another Bowmaster. Oko. That's not cool. You can turn my guy into an elk, though. I guess that would probably be alright.
I will enlighten you.
Not Inquisitor Captain mana, but... Luminarch. Attack you. End the turn. A Leyline Binding. Goes for Luminarch. No, goes for the Portable Hole. Okay. Annoying, but we can do our Brave the Elements trip again. Go ahead. Elk my Luminarch. Dares ya. Double dogs dares ya. We are super outclassed in this game. Just have to hope that Inquisitor Captain does something for us here.
Welcome
You have to make a food. The reinforcements. That's interesting. Alright. They might trade their death right for our Luminarch. I just want to chump with the Bowmasters. They got another Bowmasters they can shoot it down with. They're just going to gain life. They're going to take our Luminarch. Okay.
something for you to dote on.
Wild Nakatl. They plus up what? The Nakatl. Okay. That's two attackers. Need some more creatures here. Still just cannot buy another land. There it is. That's the turn. That to do 2 damage to us. Better they eat sorceries and instants than creatures for the Inquisitor Captain. Creates a food token.
And all your cares are gone.
Buffs. What? Buffs of the aspirant. Attacks with the Nakatl. Maybe, maybe not. They do. We'll just take it at this point. They do have Ferocious now. Banalish Marshal. That's interesting. We don't have great attacks, though. So let's see if we can build a bigger board. If they've got the Ferocious... Well, actually, they can't counter a creature spell with Stubborn Denial. It's only a non-creature spell. They could have a regular counter spell. One of them onto the battlefield. Skyclave Appetizer. Yeah. Well, Skyclave better next turn. Potentially got a Gigantha. Guess we'll get the Luminarch Aspirant going. We will plus up Visitor Captain. Attacks. Oh, Leyline Binding is their last card. Annoying. Down to 6. Up to 8. a land, and then we play the Banalish Marshal, attack with the Mutavault and everything else. Do we deal 8 next turn? Or 7. They're down to 7. Potentially 9 with the Deathrite Shaman, and potentially a lot more with their food. Okay, they got Gigantha. No blocks. Go to 5. Oof. Let's try to Thrabs it here. Spiking to a land. Land will let us eat the food. No. Right, now we're going to have to chump block. Protect the Aspirant.
Mine is yours, and yours is mine.
We actually want them to use all their food. My turn. What do we hit? Now we hit this land. It's a bit too late. I think we just gotta throw it up. We gotta give it up. We made a valiant effort against Domain Zoo, but it was not to be. Play in some Weenies. Opponent taking their time to play a Forest and an Elvish Mystic. Could be the old Elves matchup. Elvish Archdruid. We don't have a way to stop that at the moment. I guess we'll just get an attack in. Hope they don't go off with it this turn to, we can Skyclave it next turn. Visionary, that's okay. Allosaur Shepherd, not great, to be honest. And another Archdruid. Okay, well, now we're taking out the Shepherd. No blocks. Ooh. Or we could Swords to Plowshares. The Shepherd. And play Hopeful Initiate, or yeah, we gotta do this before they make everything a 5/5. Base 5/5. So we'll make something that can block a 3/3. We're down to 2 cards in hand. Nipthos, and good game. Okay. The hoof. And that is how you lose to Elves. White Weenies, Snap Keep, turn 1 Giver of Runes. It's a Lurrus deck across the way. see. Guess it's not going to be a burn deck. The Flooded Strand here. I'd expect to see. Well, it could be Boros Burn, I guess. I guess we'll wait on the Mutavault. That's the turn. Things are running kind of jerkily and slow. Should probably get that fixed. Or record the next game. Cuzzaloo! Cuzzalurky-loo. I guess, are they just holding up Counterspell? Hundred's Edict, okay. There are possibilities we could have turned on Mutavault there. I don't love that idea, though. It's just like Dimir control. Kind of boring. Kind of making for a boring matchup here. One strand. Get an island. We'll try to fire off Resolute Reinforcements, potentially. Archmage's Charm. Okay. We can have our 1-2. Do I just kill that? I can't counter it? I guess I do. Suppose we could have Skyclaved it. Polluted Delta. Dock in a land, please. Really wish I had Blood Moon against this deck. The Counterspell. Wow. We're just going to take it. That's suspicious. Sauron's Ransom. Choose an opponent. They look at the top 4 cards of your library, separate them into a face-down pile and a face-up pile. Put one pile into your hand, the other into your graveyard. The ring tempts you. Okay, so... I could give him... Archmage's Charm. I think I got a split Counterspell. Mystic Sanctuary. No, that's going to be the face up. I went for the Counterspell. Pretty much, if somebody does a 1-3 split, you always go for the 3. You get the land. You're going to do another Sauron's Ransom right back on top. I mean, it kind of seems like they don't have what... Okay, they got the Archmage's Charm back on top. That's their best way of dealing with what we've got on board. Plains is not super helpful at the moment. I guess I'll fire up the Mutavault. Potential 2-turn clock. They have Bowmasters, okay. So they can shoot the Mutavault and double block on it? Doesn't seem like the best for them. We'll attempt a Skyclave here, but this will almost certainly get their counterspell. Clings to dust, goes to 9. Putting back on top, what? Counterspell? Another Archmage's Charm? Children's Edict. I'm not sure about that. Buys Luris. Could have bought it with blue mana and then played it. It's interesting. We just get the counterspell here with the Skyclave. We get Thraven Inspector. Thrabsy Babsy. At least draw a card. Luris. What can Luris replay though? They did have a bauble? Or they played that out of their hand. Okay, well that's a good reason to try to kill Luris. Replays the bauble. Oh, okay. It doesn't. Get Brave the Elements. Well, they know know we have that. Right. It does trigger Bowmasters. Kinda don't care. I just go face. Smart. Brave the Elements can't stop that. We're at 5. Gonna brainstorm. Do I sacrifice Mutavault if they pop the Edict here? I guess they're not popping the Edict. I get to bobble again. Flood Strand. Crack that Flooded Strand, please. Go down to 4. Love it. And we really just have to hope these last 4 cards are trash. Oh, and they attack with Luris, which is smart. They do crack the fetch. their brainstorm value. Iclave Appetizer. Almost certainly eats removal. Okay. Well, I'm going to try to take out the Luris. They're going to Fatal Push Thrabsy. I'm going to say Protection from Black. I'm going to try to drown it and lock that. Okay, well, let's try Protection from Black again. Another counterspell. This one resolves. Okay, we got rid of Luris. It looks like we're getting a free attack here. That's right, you cannot block opponent. You can edict me. That's true. But they give it up. Okay. Did we have fun in that match? I don't know. I think so. We ended up winning against Dimir Control. That was quite a battle. Okay, well, a surprisingly respectable 50% win rate for White Weenies untuned. I do think you could tune this deck and maybe get the win rate over 50%. Maybe? Maybe? Are White Weenies okay? Are they good? I don't know. Just let's run through. Brave the Elements was pretty good. Giver of Runes. If I had more wild cards, I'd probably put more of those in. Hopeful Initiate. I needed to remember that Mutavault can power that up. I don't know about that. Isamaru Hound of Konda. That would be good with... where do we have the thing that cares about legendaries? Anyways. The Flowering of the White Tree. I do want more Flowering the White Tree type effects. I think Banalish Marshal just dies to removal too easily. I think the Skyclaves were good. Inquisitor Captain would be good if we can regularly get to 4 mana. That's a question. Luminarch Aspirant, I don't know. With too many Bowmasters running around, I just don't see it. Archivist of Ogma, I think that would be better to have more of those. Portable Holes, we could probably go up on Portable Holes to go along with the Patriarch's Humiliation. A lot of times I felt like I wanted a little more interaction. So, anyways, but kind of a sweet deck, kind of fun to play around with. I hope you enjoyed it. I think we are actually at 821 subscribers now. So, thanks to everybody who has subscribed. Thanks to everybody in the Elite First 1000. This is Mana Dad reminding you Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. And enjoy some more other fun, timeless vids linked over on the side.